All life on Earth as we know it will be totally destroyed and Earth itself will be blown out of its orbit.
This, of course, is a situation we hope will never come to pass.
Well, that's really a good joke. That's really a good joke. That's a start.
You're sadly mistaken. If this big old joking, 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 you're sadly mistaken. Big old joking, you're sadly mistaken. If this big old joking, you're sadly mistaken.
There's this epidemic going on.
The end. All life on Earth as we know it will be totally destroyed and Earth itself will be blown out of its orbit.
This, of course, is a situation we hope will never come to pass.
Well, that's really a good joke. That's really a good joke. That's a start.
You're sadly mistaken. If this big old joking, 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 you're sadly mistaken. Big old joking, you're sadly mistaken. If this big old joking, you're sadly mistaken. I'm joking, you're sadly mistaken.
There's this epidemic going on.
If you think I'm joking, you're sadly mistaken. 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 Think I'm joking, you're sadly mistaken. If you think I'm joking, you're sadly mistaken. If you think I'm joking.
Good evening, everyone. I sincerely and very seriously hope that you can hear me. Twitch Premiere would appreciate greatly if we had a thumbs up in the chat so my blood pressure can come down and... Good. Great. I assume that since you can hear me, you can also see myself and my beautiful partner in crime to the right. I do want to begin by wishing everyone a warm welcome to what has to be the biggest Quake event this summer. It is the finals of Draft Masters 2 between Milton's Mutants and Gosciu's cool dudes. With me today, well, it's quite a remarkable moment, not only because of the finals and not only, for a number of things going on in the world right now, but it is actually one of those the tables have turned moments where I get to now welcome you, Pepe, as my guest. Welcome, Pepe.
Thank you so much. What an introduction. And yes, the turntables. This time I'm on the side. I'm in the passenger seat. You're in the driving seat. That's how we see it, right? You'll be the chauffeur on this journey towards the end of the finals. Take us into the summer break, I suppose. If everyone's happy to be here, I am.
Are you excited?
Oh, absolutely. It's been a long time coming. I thought I was kind of expecting this to sort of push into July just because of scheduling conflicts and whatnot. But it seems like everything has been running smoothly. And like, what are we? We're at what, like 2 walkovers during the whole tournament, which is kind of crazy. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I mean, I did write summary of the events just a few minutes ago on Discord. When you have the Sun God against you, you have to, we're lucky that good old, I don't even know how to say his name, but one of those Quake gods that probably wouldn't make it through quality assurance these days, had our back and pulled a few strings, right?
Oh, for sure. I think the heat has come and gone in waves, at least in our region. So the Swedes are satisfied by being outside for a couple of days and then very quickly going inside to play some more Quake.
Yeah, but we regardless of which, we get sunlight. Sunlight without heat, it's like a 2 days old Coke that you drink. If you're thirsty, it's gonna be quite nice anyway. But our friends on the continent probably have higher expectations than we do.
You're saying we settle for little here in Sweden?
Maybe let's move on to the next topic before Wim joins in and just takes over the whole thing. Brings up a 40-slide deck PowerPoint with, font size 8 of reasons why Swedes should just pretty much fuck off. Jokes aside, how did the game go last night, Pepe?
Oh, good lord.
Tough one.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, we had a pretty decent Schloss. We never lost it fully, and when we came back hard, it was just too late. I remember I was screaming at my teammates like, "I'm at Cat. Don't fucking come to Cat. I'm keeping it safe. Stay the fuck away. Check pen." And I was just like really, really intensely going at it. But yeah, there were some good games, and I think we lost E1M2 in like just a blunder of happy accidents or whatever you want to call them. I remember Gamer got caught a couple of times, cleared out some areas, but they were quick to hide with the rockets that were remaining and came back really, really strong. We never really got to establish any control with like 2 rockets at one point. So it was well played by them. They played effectively. They stayed away for a bit and took that map. And then I think Phantom Base was sort of a Hail Mary pick of ours. We had a couple of interesting games on DM3 and DM2 that were like, we're not really too sure about it. So yeah, let's just go Phantom.
Yeah.
And we were quite focused in the beginning, keeping track of stuff all the time and being aware of like, okay, we picked up that one or not that one, and that means they have blah blah. But they were really strong at setting up for quads, and I think there was a pen steal that kind of fucked us as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was our biggest chance to come back, and they swept it out from under our feet. But well played, cool dudes. It was well deserved. They played strong, and I got audibly frustrated.
There were, we did have some predictions in the chat as to the game result, but there were also some predictions as to your decibels. And you can imagine the value. I do hope that, or I'm not even gonna ask. I mean, you already said those predictions came true.
I mean, it goes like this for me, right? I can explain my side on it. I don't think that I'm as loud as I am because I'm used to my own volume, right?
Yeah.
And that sort of reflects weirdly into how I am perceived. I think I'm not a hot-headed person outside of competition. It's like playing Brembol when you were a kid. I would always be the one, chanting and screaming and being really, really into the game. And it's just like 30 minutes of exercise, basically.
No, you're passionate, right?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
But yeah, thank you for the game. We had a blast. I brought Michael Hill on. Lethal obviously really cool. did a great job in stepping into your shoes and supporting me, because God knows I can't do the play-by-play stuff. It was a bit interesting to see that YouTube made the call, that the stream we produced and uploaded was a CSGO stream, and just tagged it, and then that was it, because we talk so much about CSGO. A lot of high blood pressure out there amongst some people. I'll job. But it's nice to see, to bridge the two to communities that way.
That's really cool.
So shout out to Mike also. What do you think, Pepe? Should we? Yeah, please go ahead. Before we...
No, I was just gonna answer Say's question. I'm not in the shower. This is just my stream background setup. I don't have a fancy tool to make my background go away. So this is what you get. You get the red and the black, and that's my theme.
Right.
Yeah, I'm loud as fuck. Oh, come on, Wimpy. I'm not that loud. You just don't know how to set volumes. That's all it is.
Blame the user in this case. So it looks like the guys are getting into the server, and before we get going with this wonderful end of or beginning of the summer, depends on how you look at it. Let's have a look at the lineup.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, no surprises, really, I suppose.
No, I don't think so either.
I've been very impressed how even the cool guys are on their lineup. They're really good at stepping up and taking space when they are required to. It's been really fun to see. And also adding to the other team's side, the Mutants. Having Shaka feels like a really solid pick by Milton, and we can see that Primortem is stepping in to take the final spot there. And it looks really solid on paper, both of these teams.
They do. And on the topic of Shaka, I think that he's a player that really benefits from being under the wings of strong leadership, as you have with Milton.
For sure.
I mean, who wouldn't really, to be honest? But Shaka is very strong mechanically. He also has great game sense.
Absolutely.
But most likely he has not been in as many finals, let's say, as many of the other players, or some of them at least. And having that leadership in moments like that can definitely make or break, your individual performance and teams as well. So, Peppa, is there a lot of force in Quake, would you say?
A lot of force, as in...
Yeah. Using force against each other.
Oh, in that sense, no.
Yeah.
It feels like it's a very clean environment, even when we're competing against each other. And it sort of bugs me. Yesterday I was like, I'm gonna say GLHF to everyone, and that's the end of the nice guy. I'm just gonna be mean. And then I didn't have anything to shoot. I was like, it's all blanks here, man. I can't trash talk anything because everyone's so sweet. So I don't know.
That was a setup, or it was supposed to be, and I was supposed to say that Milton is the Finnish, Jedi master of the Force, and
that way. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but it didn't go at all like I had planned. And then I was gonna go on about being his Padawan and on, but you had to ruin it, Peppa.
You didn't hand me the script before.
No, but then it would have sounded, we don't do that over here at Pepe QV. We don't have any scripts. It's all freestyle, right? But
you were the freestyle. You were the freestyle guy. I'm just loud, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a great combo, isn't it?
You can be the wait.
Yeah.
Which one's which? I could be the Chester Bennington to your what's his name, Mike, whatever. Shinoda? Is that the guy that raps in the Linkin Park band?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm no expert on Linkin Park. I do sometimes sing with my kids in the car. One of their hits that I used to hate when I was young, but now I just blush when it's turned on. It's quite embarrassing.
Reminding you of the good years, eh?
Yeah, and it is. It's kind of like it's the final everyone expected. Milton on the one side, Gosciu on the other. Although it wasn't obvious, I would say, at any time. Although many people suspected it, so to say. Really looking forward to see this. In a way, it's almost like getting a chance to see the Quake version of, Michael Jordan in his prime facing off against young Kobe Bryant. Milton obviously being Jordan and Gosciu being young Kobe Bryant. Emphasis
We're pulling
on
references just out of the back pocket right now, because I'm not really great at basketball knowledge. So I'm like, yeah, I know Michael Jordan. The rest, that's too strong. Sorry.
I think you only need to know Michael Jordan, and everything else can be inferred. Yeah.
Is it like you only need to know Tiger Woods to know that golf is a boring sport?
Yeah, I actually agree with you on that one. I've never understood it. It's way too abstract.
I think it's pretty clear.
No, it's not, man. It's like fucking, hundreds of meters, and you shoot that little ball, and it's supposed to end up somewhere over there. It's way too abstract. I can't see the connection at all.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess the comparisons are we're grasping for straws right now, waiting for players to ready up on the server. Everybody's on the server, however, sort of AFK and pinging up talks and whatnot. Wait, Link says he's got handicap 10 in golf, or just like a score from your doctor? No joke. Yeah, all right.
Amen.
I managed to get down to 9.6, I think. That's the best I was at golf.
Jesus Christ, and here you are trash talking it online in front of everyone.
I mean, it's a boring sport to watch.
Okay.
You can enjoy the game, but you don't have to watch it.
So, what about some predictions?
Okay, so we have the first map pick. It's going to be DM3 for the Mutants. And I don't know. I think this is a tough one, because I know Gosciu is a very sneaky player, and TCO can be a real hassle on this map as well. But I bet that Milton and Shaka, along with Primortem, might be, because I know that Say is not a huge fan of the TB3s anymore. I'm just wondering if they can feel, if they're, I guess they have to be that confident, because they already voted the map. What do you think? I'm thinking they need a hell of a run to win, but that's not unusual for Milton, so I'll give them the 60-40% of winning.
I think DM3 belongs to Milton, and I think it could go either way, right? But it is this map will go to the Mutants. I'm fairly sure of it. A bit cockier than always, perhaps. Yeah. I think if you see what I mean, we talked earlier a bit about the small confusion here of having the red and green team score at the top, and then we have, Cool and Muta don't have those colors necessarily, so this is a little bit confusing. We're gonna have to deal with that to get it fixed later on. I have some advice on how to do it, but just didn't have the time to do it today.
I think we'll be absolutely fine. Just waiting for players to ready up at the moment, and they have pinged up a bit. Yep. And so, all right, DM3 being what it is, what's your percentage? Right, I give you 60-40 in favor of the Mutants.
DM3 is 80-20 for the Mutants, I would say.
Oh, okay, all right, that good. All right, place your bets, everyone, and we'll see. I guess we'll compare the score difference in the end to see who was the closest or whatever.
Yeah, it's a big map, right? A lot of spaces, a lot of places to go, paths to take, places to hide, and it takes a lot of coordination and experience and skill when you are ahead, and when you have some kind of a grip at least, to keep those paths clean and enemies away. And I see that experience a lot on the Mutant side. I see a lot of skill on the Cool side, but I'm not sure they will be able to, even when they're ahead, to keep them out, so to say.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of game sense that Milton has that pretty much no one else has, that might give him the edge on just the raw knowledge of, like, predicting where enemies will be and turn out and such. So yeah, it gives them an upper hand for sure. And as long as the cool guys will keep their cool and play it sort of safe until they start getting stacks, that's when the turnaround can happen.
Yeah.
It is one of those maps that is like you want it locked down, but there's a lot of space to hide from quads. There's a lot of areas to try and sneak away, and those are the reads that you have to be able to do as the countdown begins.
Yeah, I think we should have timers, yeah.
And 1.
Let's go.
All right, good start from Primordium, getting the rocket. Plast immediately gets yellow pent mega. Oh, there's a disc pack on top. Okay, all the weapons are dead. The disc pack immediately taking out the RL and himself. Milton picked up both the packs and straight up just getting denied everything. And here's Shazam, aka Shaka, with the pen with the quad in the ring, getting very quickly pushed away. Now Plast is in a dire situation. He needs help from his teammates.
He does, yeah. But he's coming out on top here.
And the quick rotation over to red here. He sends TCO in first, looking at the red. Knows that the quad is pretty quick. And there are only boomsticks in the enemy team to find around here. Easy kills to get.
Yeah, that quad is his. But it's more a question of, what's it going to cost him? And as you can see, he's rather weak now because of the pressure. And that matters.
Yeah, and they won't stop applying it either. Stolen red by Milton. Well played. Just keep it safe here if you can, and he cannot, and he will fall, so there's no rocket left in Team Cool. Meanwhile, the Mutants, they have Primordium sneaking up here, and another rocket just picked up, so 2 rockets in the hands of those guys. One just fell, but Primordium still standing strong. Needs to find his way into the red here and avoid any spam now from any shotgunners. Milton keeping it safe down low. Very, very nice.
Yeah, good support from his teammates in coming into red here. Got quad in 5 seconds. He should be able to make it.
Yeah, solid setup here. Say only here to bug or just guard the quad rather. And there is not a lot of options here. You see Splash has already sneaked into red here. Probably trying to, stole a red. Not much else he can do. Not a lot of cells up here. There you go. Cells running out. That's the kill. That's what you need.
He hesitates, but ventures into Waterland.
Yeah, Primordium's looking really strong, but he's kind of weak now. Heavy duty work with the quad. And wow, he needs assistance right here. There's no one underneath, but that's fine. He will be able to escape into SNG.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pack left. Was that for a teammate?
Nope.
No.
It was
No,
not.
Splash. Splash got the pack. And look at the stacks in the cool dudes team right now.
Yeah.
Gosciu, the absolute beast with the lightning gun, has a lightning gun and a quad. Finds Milton. Oh, that's a pack as well. Nice. And he takes over the red. Milton stealing the LG pack. Somehow getting away with it? No, there you go. Finally goes down. I thought he almost sneaked down into the stairs there.
Yeah, and you could see
here.
that even though Gosciu had a great stack quad, the LG going into red with high confidence, Plast walked in behind him for support. Right? He didn't just say, okay, I'll go to yellow then. He followed through, and that's what probably secured that Milton also died over there, and they cleaned that place out. So really good team play.
Yeah, good work by... Oh, good work. I was going to say good work by Gosciu, keeping us cool there, but eventually has to bore into an enemy. Gives a pack for his teammate. That's fine. 3 rockets, no. Now down to 2 again. Just before the quad here. And remember, next minute, there are not a lot of resources up on the Mutants right now. Say found himself a rocket, however. And we'll try and escape, I suppose. There you go. He pushes the quad even. That rocket didn't connect. And Plast is feeling very pressured here over at yellow, down to 5 HP. And there you go. He falls to Say's trap. However, Say doesn't have any armor. He will have to go back to the yellow very quickly to get it. He's over at ring, however. Milton will find the yellow, and TCO now with a fresh, heavy stack just before the pent here. Rocket, Mega, and Red. The setup, though. Where's the setup? He's not at pent yet. There you go. Saw the second guy in the lifts. That's going to be Shazam and Say. Say dead. Last will get a pack even. Oh, that is great news.
And yeah, he must have, either intuition or info. TCO knew to shoot those rockets, spam them rather onto the lifts, and Say was waiting there. So well done. Bit risky really though with the timing.
Guys now.
Yeah, it does. So, solid lead at this point.
Stay, however, has found his way over to the SNG area with a rocket. Does have the Mega. Okay, jumping back over to yellow. That's good. And Plast in the meantime, trying to clean up some easy frags in the SNG spawn. Now TCO and Plast are looking really strong, both of them. However, there's just been an LG picked up by Milton as well. If they're making the push for this quad, that LG might come in handy. Pack dropped. At yellow high. Plast really getting pushed away here. And Milton's there with the LG. Plast is going to fall down. Say coming in with the rocket. Yep, he will pick it up. Wise choice. And that's Plast. Oh, no way.
Beautiful.
And he
beautiful.
Falls. Great rockets shot by Say. And look at the spam coming in. The flood of enemies with SMGs and shotguns. That's absolutely crazy. Oh, perfect timing on that Mega.
Yeah, you gotta love that. Perfect delivery. Yeah, that's a harder rocket to hit than you would think, because there are several angles there that Plast can benefit from going away, right?
Yeah. It's one of those, like, if you hit it, and it's gonna be good. But if you miss, oh, you're dead.
Yeah, or the other guy has time to get away. I mean, look at just SNG spawns. They're just sharp angles everywhere. It's most likely you're not going to catch him.
All right, maybe a comeback here for the Mutants. They're up to 4 weapons on their side compared to 1 from that's in the hands of Splash. Milton will pick up the quad, find himself a free red here. And the push comes out. Let's see. Now he knows where Splash is because he just killed the guy, gave away his location. Possibly. Yeah. That's going to be Gosciu. Oh, shaky hands, but he does the trick with the quad rocket.
This is what I talked about earlier. Do you have the intuition and knowledge to know where to peek and to spend your time? I mean, Say had yellow down, right? They had control over red already. So Milton goes window, and look who's there. It's the strongest cool player trying to escape into SNG with a weapon. Not anymore.
And right now, they are looking so solid. Look at the weapon stacks on their team. Plast trying to make a trap here with the LG. Not going to work. Milton too aware. And just before this quad, we'll see. They're going to try and sneak in. And the auto track goes away for some reason. And there you go. Milton picks up the quad. Still plenty of health without shotgunners at his feet. And that's going to be some restacking on the cells and such. That's pretty solid right here.
Well, we have Plast trying to... Yeah, well, at least he's gotten a bit further than Gosciu did just a minute ago with LG now at SNG. But the stacks are looking good on the Mutant side.
Sure. And Milton is... I mean, he's barely been touched. He's almost at full Mega still. And there you go, Plast trying to show up with the LG as Milton shows up just around the corner, says, hello. Time to go to sleep. Look at this. Look at the stacks. 4 rockets, 2 LGs. There's nothing left on the cool guys team. And there's 1 quad coming up before this next pen.
Yeah, this is a scary situation to be in for the cool guys. I mean, if you had, you could almost put any other team against, say, in Milton with any other 2 guys, and they both are running yellow and quad and red rotating, and it would be, yeah, my money would be on them. Obviously, there are some exceptions to that, but you know what I mean. They're very strong at that, so. Yeah. This is going to be tough to come back from, but who knows? We got Pent coming up in 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, there is a challenge here, but they do have 2 lightning guns right now. One is at lifts, and one is already at Pence. Maybe they'll try the discharge. I don't know. Milton needs his support right here. Come on, where's the team? Gosciu just abusing the LG, and that's going to be a pack, and that's going to be picked up by Splash.
Yeah.
How did they not get the pen? They were there too late. Way too late.
Yeah, way too late. And I don't know how many sales Gosciu had, but he sure as hell put good use to them. Don't believe he even had any armor. Standing at perfect range. Keeping the Milton from getting in, and Splash crucially stealing it.
Yeah, in a very, very efficient way. They had LG at lifts and then 1 LG over towards the mega side. Splash in the middle, just waiting for the pen. And found himself a pack as well, which is, you know, the best case scenario, really, you could wish for. But they still have 2 rockets now on Team Mutants. Milton found himself a rocket and a yellow, and Primordium has a mega red and a rocket. So a lot of stack left. Meanwhile, the cool dudes only have Splash with the rocket here, trying to find Primordium. The fight comes out, the trading blows back and forth, but Primordium is pretty low, and Splash eats a rocket just from around the corner over at yellow high side. Retreats back to red. Just before the quad.
I don't know how Primordium got out of that one.
It's insane. Splash also managed to survive all that, and Primordium's still alive. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, he was up against a stacked enemy rocket and an enemy LG.
Oh, the 180 out of Primordium. They're killing the LG, dude. Surviving with barely any HP. Didn't pick up the pack, however, so that's going to be left for someone else to pick up. Splash now. Basically the only strong kitted player on the field right now. Can give a red to his teammate. Will probably be able to find a rocket or so. Maybe an LG. Does not. Yeah. Splash is really, really stacked at this point. But look at the Mutants still. They're in the lead still. They have 2 rockets and 2 LGs just before the quad here. Can they actually get in here? That's the question. TCO's guarding the window side. All the rockets just fell, or what? Where did they go? They disappeared. Milton's in lifts, all right, and Say is in SNG telly. They know where the quad is right now, so they're not going to be pushing out anytime soon.
Yeah, and that's the smart thing to do, right? There's no reason to go out and into a high-risk situation and challenge him at this point. Just wait another 20 seconds or so.
All right. Finally, we see Splash pushing the SNG telly, but there's still no sight of an RL to kill. There you go. 3 rockets now in the hands of the cool dudes. Trying to claw their way back into the lead. Down by 25 frags. Not a lot of frag difference here.
This is a close one, and I don't know how many times I've said this before, but last pent is going to be very, very important.
Oh, for sure. As Say sneaks in, gets a quad, gets a frag, and in desperate need of HP and armor. Where's he going to find that? Doesn't know where to go at this point, I suppose. He just has to keep himself very, very on a very tight leash. Oh, that's a rocket pickup, and that's killed immediately. That's great news for them.
Yeah, he has that confidence to peak that you typically only find in low-level sort of daredevils or very experienced players that go in for different reasons, right?
Yeah.
And it pays off. It really pays off.
And the quad before the pent here is coming up, and Say is just hanging around the yellow, trying to give his teammates some safe area to go to. They have a bunch of rockets. Whoops, that's going to be a teammate. And the quad is already picked up. That's going to be a pack as well. TCO with a great stack. Finds a teammate to kill as well. Milton's right up there at the red. That's going to be a pack falling down onto Gosciu. Great stuff for them. Just as they miss out on the quad, and probably might miss out on the pent here as well.
Going into red from ring on DM3 with quad is yeah, that's a tough situation. I mean, you typically want to have some kind of a preconception of where you're going to shoot, because things can end very fast. And I think TCO had it, but it wasn't where Milton was. He was sort of disrupted by someone else, but he was very quick with that flick shot that really paid off.
The Mutants, are they gonna try and go for the pen steal here with all the weapons? I don't think it's worth it even with the armor there. Could have possibly gone somewhere else. There is a rocket up, but Milton gets hunted down by TCO as quickly as he could pick it up. And the quad pickup to follow. Oh, crazy shot there, nice.
Yeah, Milton just went into stealth. In water there. Got away with an LG. Let's see what he does with that.
Oh, he's gonna fall, unfortunately. But they're still in the lead. 8 frags, but it's still a lead. They cannot seem to find their way out with any weapons right now. They do have a rocket and 4 HP at Pent. In the hands of Say. Could probably get a teammate to pick up the yellow and drop that over there. And then maybe make a push with a second rocket if they are able to find it. So we'll get a Mega though. And Shazam has an LG. Oh, but he's very, very, very pushed away here by TCO from the ground floor. Can he get to the quad here? I doubt it. Good read by TCO. Gosciu will pick up the quad and die immediately, so nothing too crazy here. The cool dude still behind by 8 frags. But TCO is keeping the red really, really strong, and Plas to support him as well.
Yeah, oof.
Oh. No, it's not too early to stop shooting the rockets there by Primortem. I felt like he had at least 2 more in him before he had to start shooting shotguns.
Yeah, it's nerves, I believe, that we're seeing there. And yeah, well, TCO came back and finished the job.
Yeah, I wonder if he was out of rockets there or something.
Could have been the
He didn't
case,
shoot a single rocket for Mortem, that is. 161 to 161 as the quad is going to be coming up very, very soon. There's not a lot they can do from here, but wow, the clawback. And I guess that pen steal must have been what gave them the opportunity to actually come back this hard. The 10-minute pent, and to follow that up, the 15-minute pent, getting all sorts of resources here, guarding the water. No need to even worry about a discharge here. He's killing them as they spawn, basically.
Yeah. This is settled and done. Unless something... No, I really don't see it happening.
I don't know. Milton comes in flying hot. Will he push out here? Yeah, he'll shoot TCO in the back, and that's going to be a pack. That's great news for the Mutants. The cool dudes down to 2 RLs. 2 versus 2. Quad is coming up in about 10 seconds-ish, or give or take. And Blast still has a great stack before this next quad. Just the 1 rocket in the hands of Shazam. He'll make the escape over to yellow. Blast very low on HP, and he's going to fall. That's a quad over. Well played, well executed. And a well-placed spawn as well.
Yeah, when you have that many rockets and, you know, it's still like 2 minutes left, there's no reason to hide. Quad isn't up either, so you don't need to wait that out. If the enemy has it, you should go ahead.
Yeah. And there is an intense lead here as well now. We see 30 frags between the teams. No shot at getting back from this now. They had a really good run there, but unfortunately they couldn't really secure the red at any point with any items that they had. They now have 2 weapons and a very weak Shazam on top of that. And Say's gonna fall, so that's 1 weapon gone. And there you go. They're just trading back and forth. Milton survives with 3 HP. After that, doesn't matter. Splash will pick up the quad for free. And there you go. Missing all the rockets. That's fine. Don't need them. And in some crazy fashion, Milton disappears like a true ninja and shows up behind Splash, backstabs him with a shotgun over and over. This is insane. All right.
Yeah.
Not a great first result there. It was close. It was close. Look at the scores. Like across the scoreboard, they're very, very close. All of them playing very well.
Yeah, it came down to you know, you hinted at it with the red control, but also I think even more crucially so the pants, like Splash coming in, stealing that buck naked basically,
Yeah.
and a TCO then taking the next one, and we're gonna see Schloss.
Oh, immediately going into Schloss.
Yeah.
Yep. No shocker there. It's the cool dude's home map, you could say. Like, I think I don't know all the stats, but I don't think they've lost a Schloss in the entire tournament.
And we do have to also shed some light on Plast's performance in that game.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
Red is super strong and safe.
Yeah, he didn't necessarily win the weapon done or the damage done to enemy weapons, or the damage done at all, but he did win the efficiency, and he did take the most quads shed with Milton. Yeah, and held down Red quite solidly. That's a great performance.
Oh hell yeah!
From Plast, yeah.
I'm very, very impressed by the like the sheer discipline to just hang around Ren and being that solid. I can do that. I can't sit still for 2 seconds. Let's go next map. Oh, it's gonna be Schloss. It's gonna be good. Come on, Pent. Milton with the tower, and Gosciu with the cat. TCO with the pen, Shazam with the quad. All right, very evenly split items here. No full start. Quad is going to be dead immediately. Say with the red over a tower. He'll be chased away by TCO. Now, where are the rockets going? Gosciu is at cemetery. Probably will try and find his way into the red here if he can. Milton's already at red. And they're going to get another rocket. Both rockets, actually. Okay. Milton finds a kill, though, so that's 1 less rocket. I guess no pack drop. Milton does have the red still in control. Another rocket falls. And we're back to 1-1 in rocket stats. TCO, is he going to make an attempt for the red here? Oh. Yeah, the red was already taken, and he tried to just shoot some rockets in there. Milton already at the quad. No worries. Plast drops a pack. That's an unnecessary pack to drop. You didn't have to shoot that rocket. What the hell? Milton dies very, very quickly. Good shot. Shazam! TCO with the mega, however. Oh, good trades there. Can Shazam survive this, though?
Yeah, interesting start. And, you know, cool guys were holding down red there initially, and TCO was trying to peek. And you know, sometimes when your mind drifts and you're in a 4-on-4 and you don't have a weapon and you have a buddy that has a weapon waiting for armor, and you just kind of stand there, then it's good to remember my good friend Yava's words. Don't just stand there, go peek, go get some info. And that's what happened. The SMG guy jumped to the window, checked, and there was TCO, and he couldn't go in.
Really, really solid.
It matters.
Shazam with an impressive kill over at red there. TCO will pick up the quad, however. Finds a mega and a yellow on top of that. So, what can he do? No fucking way. He gets a pack with just 1 boom. It almost kills himself.
Yeah.
He's gonna fall.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
you make a deal with the devil, man. It's not gonna last.
The house always wins. All right,
Exactly.
Splash now trying to sneak his way over to the tower here while the entire server is right there. That's going to be a pack draw for his buddy Plast over there as well. Insane situations going on. They're trading so much back and forth. Well played by Splash. Can he secure the red here? Yep.
I mentioned this in yesterday's stream in the semifinals that I spoke to OK98 the other day, and he was very adamant about Splash being at his absolute peak form right now in this draft, playing the best Quake he has ever played.
Nice.
I do think we have gotten to see a bit of that on the first map as well with that pen steal, for example.
Yeah, that was a really solid quad pickup, but he was very, very exposed there. The issue picking up the quad like that, you have to like almost immediately shoot up. And I think he was just a second too late to do the splash damage with the quad rocket there, and he would fall there. But very quickly, back to another rocket. They do have a pretty solid stack on their team. One goes down, but that's fine. Gosciu with the red and a rocket. And Splash now keeping red safe. Gotta pick up the next one for free.
Yeah, I feel like, getting away with quad at Schloss when it's contested, it's like trying to, bake an old-style Swedish snus. Open the can with one hand and bake it with the same hand. It's impossible, man.
Yeah, that's one of those magician
Almost.
tricks.
Yeah.
Say here defending the quad up high. Splash gonna fall down. Say gets the quad actually, and ooh, that's a really spicy cat yellow waiting for him right there. And they were so low over at red right now. There's basically no one left alive but Blast, but he would die from just a shotgun shot, maybe two. Oh, however, TCO does find his way in there. Picks up the red. Say has to retreat. Can he help out his team over at tower now? That's what he needs to do. Good shots. There you go. Another one killed. And yes, that is a secured rocket for Primordium. Perfect timing on that. Just before the pen.
So no one is there yet.
Ooh. Good jump there. Rocket jump by Blast. Not giving away a pack there, Primordium. Really, really wise. Milton will have a rocket, and so will Shazam. Just before the pen here. Milton's jumping in. The quick jumps. That's what you need to do. Shazam cleans up, gets the pen. And he'll probably get the quad here as well. Oh, there is it. Already picked up by Milton. Never mind. This is a great opportunity to actually establish some control over the red. They haven't had a lot of control here at all for a long time, so about that time, right?
So Milton just casually died at Pent and then spawned rocket and picked up the quad and just persisted to own.
That's what you need.
Mm-hmm. Even Shaka looked surprised when he went to quad with that rocket jump. What, are you here already?
How? You just died. I saw you.
Yeah.
You were dead in the grave. Good shots coming out from Shaka. Nice. Oh, couldn't get the second air rocket. But would have been great if he sniped two birds like that.
That's 4
Gosciu
rockets
here,
on Mutants
tower.
now to 0 on cool. That can change
Yeah.
fast. I mean, we all know, on this map especially, but...
A solid pickup on the quad there by Say, not giving away a pack. Milton keeping Cat safe. We do have a Splash with both megas and a red. No rocket though, just a GL. He really needs to find his way in to get a rocket. However, Cathedral's very safe. Say and Milton right here. No quad to be seen for quite some time. They do have a chance to steal, maybe steal a tower here. Just spawned. And it's going to go to Splash, of course. And there you go. The shots, the trades. Look at the air give. Amazing shot by Milton. Will he survive, though? Nope, he will not. Splash does get away. But he has wandered straight into enemy territory on a cat, and he's going to be team telefrag. You don't walk on spawns. Rule number 2.
Yeah. Painful to watch, isn't it?
Oh, it sucks every time, right? It hurts. It hurts you physically. Great quad pick up here by Milton, securing the cat. Knows that the rocket's going to be up soon. He can hold it for a teammate. Say he's going to be around here. Plast over at red with the rocket. Can Milton attack him on time before the quad runs out? I don't think so. He doesn't have the stack for it. Choosing to go for all the other frags instead. Probably a wise choice. Just before the tower spawns as well. Oh, that's going to be a super annoying quad. Grenades everywhere. Taking Milton out. Say, however, gets to stick around to cat. Safe it up for Milton yet again. We probably will see another rocket. Yep, Cathedral rocket up in 5. Milton on top of it. They're really doing a 2-man job of keeping Cat under control. Where the hell are their buddies? Need to get on the quad right now. Shoot down TCO here. Can't do it. Primordium gets a pack. Won't be able to get the quad though. Say will steal it. What? He just chose to not drop down or what? I'm confused. Oh, good shot by Splash up in the window. Nice.
One of those shots I feel like you rarely hit when you decide to take that shot.
Yeah. They know. They know. They already told their buddies you're gonna be there.
Yeah,
Probably
the
not
meat
the best
grinder
choice,
of
but-
Schloss. Well, I guess the Pent is the meat grinder really, but...
Yeah. Anyway, 3 rockets now. Quickly down to 2 again. Milton and Say sharing the cat yellow between them. Plast, Splash, and TCO all with rockets now, but just 1 red. Oh, that's gonna be a stolen cat! No! That's what they did not need at this point. The quad is coming up, and Say's the lone rocket on his team. He's gonna have to kill everyone for this. Gosciu's down there. Oh, what a great pack! He drops down perfectly on the quad. And he gets to secure the next cat as well. They don't really need to push that hard right now. Nope. Just as I said.
Oh,
that's gonna
beautiful.
be a pack. No! Immediately goes down, but that's a pack as well. Right on top of the red. Milton's up there. Shoots down TCO, can't rocket jump. He's gonna fall, drop a pack down into the sewer. Meanwhile, Sage is comfortably sitting at cat. What he needs to do just before the pen. Secure the next weapon. That's great. But all the packs pretty much went to the cool dudes.
10 seconds, 8 seconds, no one is there yet.
Not really. Where is everyone? There we go.
Here we go.
Right there. Say jumps in, steals it. Perfect. Amazing. They do have the timing on that. On a lock. I guess they practiced that, I suppose. And the quad will fall.
A bit cautiously by TCO there. I felt like he had one. Of course, I didn't see its HP, but I felt like he could have gone for shooting one quad rocket and sort of dispositioning. Say,
Stay right on time for the rocket. Doesn't what? I'm confused. He kills the rocket that got picked up, but he wasn't sure of the timing, I guess. So walked up the stairs. It spawned. Enemy picked it up. Kind of unfortunate. Very, very pushed here over Cat now. They really got to secure it the way back. Back to red. Say goes. Looking solid. He's the lone rocket on his team now.
oh my
He will
god.
drop a pack. TCO, however, not looking too strong himself. Meanwhile, Milton's going to find a quad.
A great
Goes down
ground
with it.
play by TCO there at red.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's what,
do
14
have-
frags. 8 minutes left, a little bit more. That's disgustingly even.
It's very, very even at this point.
Yeah.
But 4 rockets in the hands of the cool dudes right now. They have two red armors as well. Meanwhile, only the Cat RL down on Primordium at this point. They have to be able to secure the red with a quad next time. 2 rockets now. Yeah, the second one coming up very soon. Rocket over at tower as well. If they can steal that, that might be good, but I don't think they'll be able to. There's just not enough space to flee with a rocket from inside there, and they have it on lock, the cool dudes. They're still pushing very hard for the tower, though. I feel like they should chill out on that a bit, and Milton takes out a rocket there on TCO. Finds the quad as well. Is this the push? Is this when they get the red? Not enough rockets to actually make a decent attack. But look at that!
1 HP.
Gosciu's gonna fall. Insane he survives that. Absolutely insane. And ooh, do you see Splash there picking up and being like, nope, that's a quad, not gonna go there.
Yeah, Splash conveniently avoiding the splash.
And effectively splashing out Milton from this cemetery area here. There you go. Finally goes down. What is he survive? He gets away with it too. No one else to back him up. I mean, back Milton up over at the red attack there. Kind of a crazy situation where Splash managed to find his way over to the window. I guess Milton would be assuming that the cat area is all safe. However, Milton with a fresh rocket immediately, or almost immediately. Quad's gonna go to Splash and the cool dudes. Needs to secure the red here again. Shazam does have a rocket. Doesn't know that Splash doesn't have any rockets.
If he had had support, one guy more, I believe he would have had the confidence to pull the trigger one more time.
Yeah, for sure.
Splash would have been dead. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a hard call to make, right?
It is.
When are you gonna figure that your enemy is that low? You don't. You want to assume that the quad is pretty low because he's been fighting previously, but you don't know what he's found along the way.
I think, you know, yesterday when we had Michael Lillo on the stream, we asked him, hey, how do you fight the sort of mental battle when being down in important games of coming back? And he said with great confidence, I go more aggressive to sort of balance out the temporary loss of confidence. Because now, I need to do something. They're ahead. I need to take the risks.
Oh, great kill by Say. That's what they needed for the last freaking 10 minutes, is to get back into the red, and Say secured it absolutely perfectly. Textbook. Shoot him once with the boomstick, and then when he's against the wall, shoot the wall, kill him with the quad rocket. Amazing stuff. Oh, but here's Gosciu. Can't juggle him enough, and he's gonna be very low on his red here, so he'll be desperate for a new one before the pen coming up in very, very soon.
Yeah, can the pen be more crucial?
Oh, I doubt it. Needs the timing here. Great stuff. Milton gets to secure it, and he just needs those rockets. There you go, 2 rockets in that pack. That's gonna be enough. Just a quad on top of that, and he'll be all fine.
Yeah, they need that red control. He needs to get rid of Plash, who now has the ring at Cemetery. Only rocket left on the side of the cool guys.
I think Milton has killed everyone in the opposing team. Yep, there you go. Plash was the final one, and they successfully cleared out everything. However, red is very busy at this point. Needs to find the kill with the boomstick here. Does that.
Milton basically fragged Plash twice before hitting the ground.
Absolutely crazy stuff here. Yeah, there you go. Notice that the tower rocket was gone, and where was the guy holding it? Yeah, that was Gosciu escaping over to Pen. And suddenly we're at a very, very important part of the game where there are only 3 more quads. One's going to go to Plast here with only a GL, fortunately for the Mutants. But they don't have any rockets at this point.
Oh, Flash showing up. That was a rocket.
Insane. Absolutely insane. They're all stacked over at red, too. They were ahead by just 10 frags. No, what? He kills Say with that quad rocket.
And Milton.
Kills Milton as well. Oh my god, all the rockets are lost. They find the packs very quickly, however. That's perfect spawns and just area control by them, but holy shit. We said earlier we were impressed by Blast. What are we now? Awestruck, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't know. What's a better word?
For sure. But just stealing that quad was important, and then just wasting say, and Milton with it as well was
Yeah.
stunning.
Insane stuff. Sam gonna trade. There are packs down there. TCO will pick up at least one of them. There you go. Deny the other one. And there
20
you go.
frags. 19
Two rockets
frags.
versus 2 rockets. Yeah. It's really close at this point. Milton takes a shot to the face. He'll send one down back at TCO. Gets the red with only 5 HP left. Can he find his way out of here? He's very low on HP. And everyone in Cool Dudes are over at tower right now. TCO trying to really find anywhere to go and find an armor. There you go.
Yeah, do you push this quad if you're Milton?
Oh, I think you have to. No, not with 26 HP. No, it's not. It's not safe enough. He has to find a mega or something else. TCO gonna do the nice little rocket jump up there, cover the telly. Can they even push into the quad from here? No, I don't think so.
Oh my god.
What? Where did Say come from? That's insane. I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, it was one of those Ocean's 11 drops when you just, the guy has a wire from the roof. Tom Cruise, basically.
Yes, and he finds another frag, and I think he killed 2 rockets already.
Yeah. He opened the
Oh my
snooze
God.
can with the one hand, baked it, and
And
walked
the snooze
away.
can of whoop ass.
Yeah.
And there you go, another rocket. Doesn't fall, however. That's going to be a pack left, and now red was not safe. Why was red not safe at that point? They can't afford to miss anything at this point. Gonna find TCO here. Milton takes the fight. Oh, great height advantage just there. He picks up another frag on top of that. Gets to find a mega as well just before the quad. And there are basically no rockets. Oh, there you go. Splash found a red. Can he make his way over to the quad? I don't think so. There's no need for him to even go there. He just needs to defend. But look at the spam coming out. Milton barely survives. Where's the support? There you go. Shazam with a rocket. Say with a rocket. Milton, rocket, no armor. They have to find frags now. They're in the lead. 1 frag. There you go. This is crazy. They can keep it safe, but Milton can also go ham if he wants to. They have rockets in the team of Cool Dudes. They are the ones that need to push. Not like that, though. Gosciu with nothing to use and everything to lose. There you go. Another frag picked up by Milton. Yep. TCO tried the SNG tight squeeze tunnel there. It didn't work. 4 frag win for the Mutants. That's absolutely crazy. What a great game.
Yeah, and we have the pleasure of seeing 2, I think, contenders for play of the game. First with Plast, from the side of Cool doing it, just stealing quad and doing amazing work with it. And then we have the Mission Impossible Tom Cruise drop by Say. A few minutes later, you kind of have to give it to Say because it's the play that probably, you know, everything adds up, of course, but
I don't, dude.
gives them the game.
That was crazy. Did you? Is Say playing like the spy role from Team Fortress 2 or something? How was he undetected for all that time? I cannot comprehend how he got in there. Full HP, full yellow armor, kills a rocket, then immediately just runs around killing more dudes, getting the frags that they need to take the lead, and Milton to follow it up with the last quad. Perfect. All right, there we go. Last score. 2 very close games. This is looking to be an awesome final. Awesome final. What's going to be the next map? We will see. It's going to be the next pick is for the Mutants. The score is 1-1 in maps, everyone. What's going to be the map pick of the Mutants' choice? Do you think it's going to be DM2? Yeah, there you go. It's DM2. Just as I said it.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for the Mutants to turn sort of the initial, let's say, decrease of morale in the first game. Losing on DM3, I was the one who said 80-20 in favor of the Mutants, but yet they lost, and I think they also were very confident on that map. But coming here with this play and with that ending, That'll give you a boost. And then, what's the next map? Well, it happens to be DM2, where, I don't know, what do you think, Pepper? Which team is the strongest on this map?
I'm gonna give it to the Mutants. I would have given the last map to the Cool Dudes, but we've been wrong twice in a row, so, I mean, I'm not gonna... How am I gonna call this now? Sure, I think there's a world where, the Mutants win this one, and I guess the Cool Dudes pick Phantom Base, I guess. Maybe not. If that were to happen, we're looking at an E1M2 decider, and I think that's the recipe that Carapace has been preaching all this during the entire spring, basically. E1M2 is the decider map. But yeah, I'm leaning towards the Mutants on this one. I am, but I'm not sure if... It's Milton, however. He does a whole lot of stuff on this map that I cannot see anyone else do, basically. He just survives in the weirdest ways.
But there is this, I don't know if it's secret necessarily, but let's say it is a secret ingredient or an unexpected ingredient of tonight's game, and that has been Plast performance. And Plast, one of his strongest maps is DM2.
Is DM2, yeah, that is very true. That is very true.
And he is on a roll now. Playing very well.
Very hot. He is very hot.
So, let's see. I mean, I don't know if the plot could be any thicker than it already is, but yeah, it's getting thick in here. But
yeah, man, I'm sweating because it's been so intense. I'm really sweating. I guess now that you mention it, Plast playing basically the best that he can, and Splash being in his top shape according to his teammates, it could really swing in the way of Cool Dudes here. And then what happens if they win? What would Mutants pick? Do they pick E1M2? Or do they pick Phantom Base? I know Say likes Phantom Base more, or like the newer maps in general, but that's a whole different story than actually being good at it. And is Shazam comfortable enough
I think
Phantom Base to be carrying it forward?
I think that Shazam, he might, disapprove, but I think he would prefer Phantom Base over E1M2. Yeah, maybe. He's not a fan of E1M2. I know that from experience. I obviously don't know exactly what he feels about Phantom Base. On the other hand, E1M2 is that map where you can really play around one player, right, or two players, where you can support them very well, and that's a pretty strong recipe for Mutants with both Milton and Say, and you have Pre with a lot of E1M2 experience. Of course, on the other side you have TCO, which even more so.
The hard part about Phantom Base, I think, that I don't know if people consider it, maybe they do, maybe they don't, is that as soon as you leave a spot, you might be stacked trying to get an LG, trying to get some HP, trying to get Mega, whatever, but you're away for a long time. A long time. All right, here we go. DM2 has begun. Milton gets low. Will he get to the quad in time? Let's see here. There's just one rocket picked up so far. The next one gonna be picked up by Plast. Milton already running out of rockets. Where can he go? Back to the secret or to the back room? There you go. Gets the rockets out of Say's pockets. Nice. And the second high rocket. Can he get there in time? He finds Plast over water. Why would you challenge the quad there? I think Milton was supposed to shoot the pack, but he shot his teammate. All right, everything was stolen from Milton during the time he was holding down the pack there. Can he find his way into the back room and actually get a frag here? There you go. Kills off Splash. And the red on top of it. Quad is going to be up very soon. Say's already on top of it. Great teamwork. Milton recognizing it's all safe. Doesn't need to go anywhere. Oh, rocket.
Off the trap.
Right in the back. They probably know he's kind of low, though. So, I think... Was that TCO? Yeah, it was TCO, and he's very low. There you go.
It took a bit too long to find the angle there.
Solid teamwork over at low. They're keeping the rotation on the low pickups very, very good here. They're not leaving low up to chance or abandoning it at all. All right, there are hard words to say in English that I'm not used to.
And he's been getting away from 2 rockets in big there. Immediately restacks.
There you go.
What's coming up?
Getting very flooded. Is there any chance for them to get this quad? Absolutely not. Plast's gonna pick that up. 73 HP left. Not a lot of armor. Where you don't want to be right now is a big room exposed. But where are the rockets? There are 3 rockets. Right now, 2 of them in back room and 1 in telly. That's going to be Milton. Milton picking up frags left and right. Is Blast going to be able to find him? Nope. Milton makes the escape. The trap. There you go.
Oof.
And he finds the kill onto Milton as well. And it's not a pack? That's crazy.
Off the direct hit. I mean,
immediate execution by Say. Nice.
Can have been a lot of margin left with that direct hit given the armor and the health he had.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you have to expect like anything. We're at the stage where like there's really lose control at best established anywhere. Say now has the secret red, has a rocket, but only 2 rockets to shoot. Shazam, good shot. Won't get the kill though. Might have done some damage though. And immediately taken out. Why would you open the door there?
Yeah, that was strange.
Crazy.
I guess that's nerves also.
I suppose, yeah. Say guarding the high. Milton over at path, trying to steal the low RL, I suppose. Will he get it? There are only 2 rockets on the field right now. One's in Milton's hands, the other in Say. And they're gonna get the high, I suppose. Let's see. Where did the high rocket go? I'm confused. Was it not picked up? The low was picked up by Milton. Where's the high? Oh, not around. All right. It just died, I suppose. Crazy. Anyway, Gosciu getting launched up to the quad. Surprising Say a bit. Easy. Easy with the shots now. Easy with the pushes down.
Yeah.
That's not what you want.
Yeah, Blast ambushed him.
And he fell as well. And now Primordium really, really struggling to keep safe or Telly. They're going to push out towards high. I'm expecting at least 2 guys to show up. There you go. TCO again. Trying to help out. Saying Milton's up at the floating. Try and get at him. You guys and Telly.
And take note of what Milton did there. He was at the Mega GL, and there was an SG on the other side. But rather than, try, or maybe it was down below, but rather than trying to kill him, he just went back a bit and waited, because he knew that there was going to be a bigger opportunity emerging soon, which was a rocket, I believe. It's not 100% all in all the time. It's intuitive thinking, muscle memory, and thousands of hours of experience.
Stolen quad by Plast. Gonna fall immediately. Say, however, kind of low on HP, and there you go. He's gonna die. But wait, did Gosciu also die on that? Or was that someone else? I'm confused.
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah. All right. Never mind. Primordium keeping Telly safe right now with a red and a rocket. Exactly what you need. Finds Plast. Trading a couple of blows here, left and right. Oh, that's a narrow angle to try and shoot when you're that close to the wall. Gotta pick your targets. The aim betrayed Primordium, but also Blast is down at LNG with no HP, basically. How? All right. What? I'm so confused. He was down to 1 HP, and he is now over a quad with a red and full HP. How? How did he not die by just a random boomsticker? That's insane.
He has momentum right now.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
Oh, there you go. The trap by Milton over at quad. Gonna take out the quad on blast. Splash, however, securing the low now for his team. The cool dudes have taken over the control over the low. Probably, most likely, we'll get another rocket on their team now, and another red. Slowly pushing towards the path area, and the water is very secure now. He recognizes there's a good opportunity to go for the quad here. Milton's gonna fall. That's gonna be a pack for Gosciu. Amazing work by Splash. Really sending his teammates, I guess screaming to his teammates, come over here. There's gonna be a pack, there's gonna be a quad. Let's all go for it. Oh, good shot by Gosciu out of the secret. Say really low, and that's going to be a grenade. What? Don't you have brightly colored grenades like the rest of us? Should have seen that one coming.
A Splash getting stopped in his tracks there, read by Milton. Not sure, did he know that Milton was there? Rocket jumped in there.
I have no idea. Yet again, we're at the point where the cool dudes only have one rocket, but they're only 15 frags behind after 8 minutes-ish. Kind of insane. It feels like the cool dudes haven't really had all that control, but they've found packs enough, I suppose, to stay alive. Solid play by Milton here, just before the quad. Recognizes the guy at floating, has to go away, go around. Quad is up in 5 seconds. Is he gonna be able to go there? I'm not so sure. Might get a good shot on the quad if it walks down. Blast only 100 HP with the quad. Opts to go for the big room instead. In this situation, like, what the hell is Blast supposed to do? He probably knows that there are so many rockets in the enemy team. Okay.
My God, yeah. With such confidence from Blast. Such confidence.
That's crazy. He's on crack right now. Someone do a drug test after the game.
Yeah, it's been mentioned already in chat that this probably warrants a urine sample.
Yeah, we'll send Wimpy over to collect it later.
He's already there waiting outside. In case we would ask, right?
And how quickly the tables have turned. Cool dudes now up to 4 rockets. Meanwhile, only Milton on the Mutants carrying a rocket. Very exposed in path and NG area. Takes out 1 rocket, however. Gosciu gonna get a free quad.
And
Milton
that's another one.
Into Splash. There you go. Okay, no, he only lost his rocket earlier. Oh, there you go. Great shot by Gosciu. Not gonna fall for that trap. Good work. Jumping down the secret. Probably wants to get over to the low. I don't know if they have the timing on it still, though. They had a good amount of control. Gosciu just saying, fuck it, I don't need the secret red.
Yeah, Milton is sneaking telly. And he's dead.
Yeah, 1 rocket in the hands of Say now over at back room. Can he secure a rocket for his teammate? No, he cannot. He will fall immediately. So only Say still with the rocket. However, they have killed off 2 of them in the cool dudes. 2 frags between the teams after half of the map is played.
Yeah, Say is pushing a lone rocket with 3 on the other side. Oh yeah, he went back. He went into big and then he went back.
Time
too late.
Time to shoot at the quad. Don't want to fall here.
Oh my God.
He's gonna die and everybody's dead and there are packs everywhere. Oh my God.
I mean, if Blast had hit that last one on Say, I would have personally called Wimp and gave him the okay, right? But enough is enough.
Yeah, this is crazy. What a display from Blast. Absolutely solid fucking pick from Gosciu picking up that guy. It really proving himself in this final. Oh, getting very heavily attacked here by Milton. Down to 3 HP. Not going to die, however. What? Oh, okay. Finally he goes down. I was like, this is too long. You can't be standing around for free like this.
Yeah, but Splash has his back.
Yeah, there you go. Good team play. And good shot coming out. Say, killing everyone. Okay. He's looking for HP and armors. Where's he gonna go? There you go. Packs everywhere. 2 packs spawned. I don't know who got the other one, but it's still looking like the cool dudes they've taken the lead actually.
They have, and we're following the same pattern of 10 minutes or so to go and having a super even score.
Yeah,
Definitely the case on Schloss.
It was the same on DM3, same on Schloss. They are so neck and neck. It's absolutely stunning. 4 rockets again in the hands of the cool dudes. That's the one gonna fall. Maybe another one here. Milton, yep. That's gonna be a trade with Gosciu. Can he push through the telly here?
Oh.
He's gonna get telefragged. That's exactly what they don't need at that point. So many packs up at quad. Pack in telly. And now Milton's on the quad with an RL. He's gonna, ooh, yeah, there you go. Escape because there are no rockets to be found anywhere else.
And he goes in.
Absolutely. Crazy display of confidence there.
Perfect body jump onto the platform as well.
Kill everyone. Given Say the old look. Hey, why'd you shoot me, man? The stink eye.
Yeah, you could feel it even here.
And there you go. Low rocket gonna spawn very soon. Great timing on the secret red there. Wondering if he has anything else safe. Shazam, yep, still has low secured, but high. Look at this crazy display of violence over at high rocket. TCO and Milton gonna fall 2 packs. Mutants, they pick up 1? No, surely not. Yep, packs everywhere. Say fighting for the quad, gets the, ooh, survives with 2 HP and gets a pack for his teammate. The trades back and forth are insane with 3 frags apart. With 6.5 minutes left to play. It's impossible to say who's going to win this. Even when the cool dudes have had 4 rockets, now we see mutants with the mutants with 4 rockets in their hands.
Yeah.
We still don't know. This is not saying anything.
Yeah, I mean, he could stay, potentially. If they can control TCO, he has the stack.
Yeah, don't stand on the fucking spawn. What are you doing? Jesus. Twice now he's been standing on that spawn.
And TCO makes his way from big all the way to secret and steals it, shoots him in the back. No, he cannot stay.
Oh my god. There's basically nowhere to go for Say at this point. He needs a secret. There you go. Milton finds a kill and a pack up on quad. Oh, that's a great show. Nice. Milton's so solid with the boomstick. Ooh, that quad rocket doesn't kill. Milton down at 24 HP. That's 1 boomstick shot away from sudden death. However, everything is safe. That's good. Say keeping water safe, NG safe, path safe. There you go. And the
He
attack
goes
from
in.
back room. Yep.
Yeah,
Blast is
that's
gonna
what we want to
disappear.
see. That's what we want to see.
Taking the lead by 11 frags here.
I mean, if you can lock down backroom here only for a minute, that's going to be huge, right? But it is a risky play to do. Because you need to know how many rockets do they have? Where are they? Are you sure they don't have any? Well, then you stay, if you have the stack to do it. Well, we haven't really seen that so far.
4 rockets, but Blast is still in big. Is he going to be able to try and attack quad here? Nope, not on his own. Absolutely not. He will try and fall back into low. There you go. The rocket coming out. 2 rockets. Only 1 connected, though. Jumps back into back room. There you go. TCO. Not going to be able to do anything from there.
No.
Oh, rocket straight in the noggin. And Milton just survives. How? In this position with 5 HP? What the hell? That is crazy. All right, there you go. Finds a secret, gets full HP. And now 4 rockets yet again in the hands of the mutants. This time, actually, since we mentioned the score last time, they're up by 20 frags now. Blast yet again wants to try and find his way into the quad. Can he get there? Pushing through. Here comes Splash. No. Wait. Who the hell was that? Blast gets the quad anyway. He's going to fall immediately. Say, keeping high safe. Milton finds the rocket immediately after.
Yeah,
some
and
great
that's
trades for the quad, actually.
That's, you know, the benefit of having locked down this side. Even if you lose 2 rockets over a contested quad, you have the control of the spawn point, so you're going to get those packs anyway. Which is why you need to, you need to act accordingly and really go all in.
Absolutely. Like, in that situation, when you actually trade for the quad, is that better or worse? Because you're actually denying a quad for your enemy, right? So they can't push low again, giving you probably a better chance at picking up another low rocket.
Yeah, it's really a tough call to make. I mean, at this point, they have to have that quad as well. And as you say, denying it is better than letting Milton run wild to low and then potentially clearing even back room and staying there. That's like a disaster. So
for sure.
Everyone needs to go for the quad.
Yeah. They had 2 rockets, but I think they probably chose the wrong path. Going from big is always super hard. Like, you can't really reach it. As long as there's a grenade spammer there, you're done for. That path is now closed. Great shots here at water by Milton. The quad run is really solid. Shazam's gonna bore somewhere and leave a pack. There you go, open quad, and there we have. What the hell is that over a quad? Doing crazy work. That's TCO, right? Absolutely dealing the damage that he needed to.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
so fast I can't see the name tags.
Yeah, this is not gonna reverse. No chance. Really solid last, what is it, 4 or 5 minutes for Mutants, where they have kind of created and maintained a very strong lead on this map now.
Yeah, super solid work here. He's gonna tease them with the rocket laying it low, and then picks it up and dies, denying everything. That's just cruel. No, the rocket's right here. You're welcome to take it. Just take it. Come on.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, like the bigger brother. If you can take it from my hand, it's yours. And then he just holds on as tight as he can. And Senor Milton going for the last quad. Here we go. There's one shot. It's from Splash maybe coming in from underneath. A lot of people around here right now. Milton is going to go for the quad. No, he gives it away to Say. Probably the wiser choice. There you go. One rocket from Splash is going to connect. Retreating back to the low red. And it is already over, but they're dealing the damage at this point. And there you go, Say, with the final low pickup. We'll give a pack this time, but there's nothing to worry about. 70 frags ahead, which is absolutely crazy. They really took the ball and ran with it.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Yeah, now the momentum has shifted quite a lot, I would say.
Oh, for sure. Still though, what a crazy display from Blast at some points. Sadly, he couldn't get more quads. It would have been fun to see if he could have had a bigger impact. We're gonna be moving on to the next map, but do you want to cover some stats on the DM2?
Well, it's Milton all over the place, but at the same time, given his standards, when you say Milton all over the place, it literally means Milton in every single category. Maybe not in friend kills, right? But here we have
8,000 damage.
Yeah. Obviously not deaths either, perhaps. Gosciu died a lot. He has very aggressive style, pushes, all the time. So that's gonna happen. You do see Plast with the 6 frags, sort of strongest quadrant tied with Say. We did see a lot of that. And it's one thing to, kill a bunch of SGs without dying or pressuring you. That can be difficult. But that's not really what Plast did. I mean, he did work with those quads, really continuing to shine in this series.
Yeah. And as Flamer pointed out in the chat there, almost 6,000 damage with Boomstick by Gosciu. That's crazy numbers.
Yeah. It is. So, yeah. I see Blixen is disappointed in E1M2 stepping outside of the decider category here. But let's see. This is a map where there are a lot of players who are strong on this map here. I mean, Gosciu from SK, they were strong on E1M2 even when they were in Div 2. They were doing work here. You've played versus them a lot, haven't you, Pepe?
Absolutely. I mean, I think without a doubt, the strongest map that SK had was E1M2. They sort of figured out a tactic for them to actually work with, and it paid off heavily for them. Advanced really quickly there, and their aggressive playstyle is very uncommon on this map. So I think a lot of people got surprised by it as well. Yes, it is best of 5 Rutger. But yeah, I think the advancements that they made came from just playing a lot of the good players all the time, always playing as well, playing a hell of a lot more than anyone else.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that gave results.
Oh yeah, quite impressive. I don't know what was the year when they transitioned. I asked this before. Gosciu played Quakeworld before the rest of SK, I believe. But then the rest of the SK guys tagged along. But what year is this when all of them are kind of fully into the better version of the game?
Oh, that's
maybe chat can help out.
Answer.
Yeah, maybe it's one for the chat. Yeah.
Wait, are the scores not updated on your scoreboard thingy?
How so?
I don't know. I just checked in on the stream and I can see that the scores. It still says 0-0 in map scores, right?
No, that's not maps. It's actually frags. So.
No, that's the frags. Oh, sorry, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say the map scores. We're currently at 2 maps, one by the Mutants and one by the Cool Dudes. Very close games so far up until that DM2, but it was close up until the 12th minute or something like that. It was really close still. They had a 20 frag lead and then they just ran away, the Mutants.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one, There are many ways to lose in Quake, and they all have their own sort of bitter taste. You can lose by a few frags at the end. That's probably the roughest one. But having the game slip out of your hands, just a few minutes before the game ends, and it's on a map where the enemy gets to frag you off so much that the score doesn't look that even. It's not that fun either, to be honest.
Yeah, I think when we're approaching this map here, and the nerves might be really on the edge of their seats in all the players here. We're taking a short break because people, I guess, are running AFK, going to grab some water, use the bathroom or whatever.
Should we do the same, perhaps? Just a minute or so, idea. And we'll be right back, everyone. Stay tuned.
here, Zero?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna give the players the go ahead.
All right, we're back with E1M2 ahead of us. Going to be very exciting to see. Well, I think I can speak for everyone when we're hoping for the same level of even Quake with, you know, gasping plays that we have had the pleasure to enjoy so far. This is becoming quite the series, Pepe.
It very much is. It's getting so exciting, and we're gonna have the last, not the last map, but the next map coming up very, very soon. E1M2. We haven't really picked favorites in a perfect way or in a consistent way, but who are you gonna give if you have to give the victory to someone here?
You know, I would say that I think Cool actually would have been my bet. But we're at a point now where it's not only about skills and momentum, it's also about experience. And I think the Mutants will take this one home.
All right, I'm gonna vote for the Cool Dudes, not only because I want it because of finals, but also, you know, kind of feel like they have a good shot here. Let's see. Say has the first rocket, surviving with a good chunk of that mega. Still on his feet. There you go. He's going to fall. Maybe drop it back. I'm not sure if he did. No, he did not. All right. Last up on top of the yellow here. Probably going to go for the next rocket. Already picked up by Milton. There you go. He should probably know it well as well that the mega's about to spawn very, very soon. There you have it. It was stolen along with the rockets, and no rocket left on the field at this point. Over the yellow goes to Primordium and the Mutants. Quad is coming up pretty soon. And Primordium lost his space at the rocket. Now what are they supposed to do? Go for the rocket or go for the... Blast already got the rocket. There you go. Primordium over at the quad. Gonna die with it pretty quickly. And Blast gets denied the green. They're gonna attack anyway. Yellow looking good. Hold the grenades. Are they doing the work? Nope, not enough. The boomsticks bite. There you go. Oh,
heavy pressure on Blast.
Oh my god, he survives and he still had rockets as well. That's the crazy part. Yeah, exactly. It's rich.
Yeah.
You don't shoot it. People don't play enough single player, huh?
Yeah, and that was a drop.
Oh my
to
god,
the hands
it
of
was.
Milton.
Oh, that is absolutely crazy. And some rockets picked up as well, and some HP just before the quad. And Blast kindly gave him the bridge access to the rockets as well. And Yellow's was not safe. Quad, however, it is. There you go, Primordium with a mega and a quad and a boomstick. Living dream.
That's the second quad for Primordium already.
However, he's going to fall very quickly as Yellow was lost. He was alone to defend it with 14 HP, not quite enough. And Milton falls as well, so no rockets on the field at this point. Next rocket, going to be up in 1 second. Milton's right there, not going to be enough. Oh, there you go, Primordium. Finds his way in there. And he'll probably know that the mega's coming up. No, there's a poor pack as well.
Shazam picks it up.
And there you go. TCO also found a bunch of nails, super nail gun, and has the yellow. They're going to be able to secure this. There you go, Shazam with the rocket. Won't die, however. There you go, finally goes down. Next rocket coming up. Should be no worries here for TCO unless... The pressure is hot, man.
Yeah. I mean, we had a 5 seconds where no one had a weapon on the entire map. Not a single weapon. You know, not just rocket, but nothing.
Yeah, we're almost back to that at this point. Just SNG and SSGs. Milton will go for the rocket yet again. The yellow was picked up, and he's on his way. Let's see if he can get there in time. Yes, he can. TCO is here. Not going to be enough. Oh, Milton down to 76 HP, though. Nobody's waiting for him in crossing. No mega yet. Won't be able to make it to yellow in time, I think. Not without a mega, at least. Solid pickup. And a frag on top of that. Here's the green pickup sound. We'll try and make his way over to yellow. Has a buddy waiting for him there. That's great. Shazam defending the quad. Everybody helping out. Milton's going to pick up the quad, and he's going to fall immediately. That's absolutely crazy. I don't know why he didn't go back to the yellow there. Yet again, we're back at 0 weapons on the field. Gosciu with the yellow. Just before the next rocket. Can Milton stay strong in time? No. Gosciu with the rocket. There you go. What are they supposed to do here? Every weapon is just dying.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the old sort of E1 M2 saying that bring a buddy, right? You need to agree who is going to get the weapon, how are we going to support them, and this is a tough thing to do and to communicate around in a game that has such high pace as Quake.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own interests, or if I put it like this, everybody sees different things that are tempting to go and pursue. Now I make it sound like it's World of Warcraft, but you know what I mean. People are shooting at you right and left.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's their best chances of remaining stacked. And now there are 2 rockets on the map.
God,
both in the hands of Cool.
Survived. Gosciu survived with like 8 HP after all that chaos at yellow, and he's gonna go back for more. And he'll probably find it as well. 69 rockets. That's basically every rocket that's ever spawned on the map collected into one big giant fucking pack. Absolutely crazy. Milton shows up. Or at the yellow water. We'll make the escape though. This is insane. 2 rockets now in the hands of the cool dudes. Only one of them has a yellow, however. TCO back at Mega. Look at that. Absolutely surprised.
Yeah. And as Jav points out here, there's already an Olared pack, circulating on the map. That's what we call backpacks with
lots of rockets.
Disgusting amount of rockets, yeah.
Because it's a big value pack. Yeah, I get it. That's a good one. Americans would call that a Costco pack, I suppose.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the value or it's the quantity, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Which is value, yeah.
Oh, what say with the trap on the TCO, and now there are only 2 rockets on the field, and they're in the hands of the mutants. Say really needs some HP here. Oh, desperate for it. Can he survive all this before the quad? Yes, he can.
It's such a nasty thing when you're in that position, right? You need to go get HP, and the safest way to go to get HP is just running in blind into GA.
Oh my god, Primortem. Oh, he didn't drop a pack. That's great.
Yeah, good job.
There are rockets in that pack, if Say can find it. I don't think he knew, so he'll have to struggle a bit to find some more rockets and a mega. There you go. No rockets left, just 1 rocket on the field. Where's the Ullared pack when you need it?
Yeah, I would hate to see it just, drown away somewhere in water. Quite the rocket sink, if you think about it.
Look at this spacing, the space that Say is holding right now. The crossing, right? There's not a rocket in sight. There's 1 in the hands of TCO. He's over at Spikes. And they're going to probably see each other over at yellow here. The yellow was picked up by Primordium, however. TCO had to go away to crossing. Oh, I'm getting nervous seeing Say jumping around all these corners with boomsticks everywhere spawning.
Yeah, but he had a buddy who was watching yellow for him. Very important.
No trap right there. Good work by Say actually surviving this long, but he has left yellow now. And where's the enemy team? They're over at Rocket and GL. So 1 Rocket over at GL. Kind of important here. TCO over at yellow. Can he make it back in time? No, he cannot. There you go. Here comes TCO. The trades. Out of rockets. Picks up the pack. Mid-air.
El Guapo, is that you? Just flying. TCO all over the place and coming out on top. Brings back memories.
The flight of the Guapo.
Yeah. Milton has built a stack.
By the way.
Guapo means like handsome in Spanish.
Oh, so he's the handsome.
He is, yeah.
Oh, that is true. That's how I would describe him as well. I don't even speak Spanish. Look at Milton survive here. Yet again, there's a rocket surviving, passing out through green. And there's nobody on the other side. That's like the 4th time we've seen that in this game.
This is a Milton move right here.
Yeah, the cheeky jump over to Rocket. That's crazy nice. Good movement. And Say's here to pick up the Rocket. Nice. 3. Oh, they just lost 1, but...
Yeah. Cleans out yellow, falls back to pick up health extremely efficiently, and then just Milton's in his way into Rocket and saves the Rocket for a friend. That's a big team play move right there.
Crazy situation now. The quad is very, very low, but they still have the quad, and there's 1 rocket in the other team. Where are they supposed to go? The yellow one spawned for a long time. Blast is so weak here. It makes no sense for him to stand on the yellow even. And there's Milton. Perfect timing on the yellow. Jesus, that's impressive. And the rocket.
Perfect hit as well.
What? It looked like he was lagging or something, or like his mouse just bugged out there on the bridge. 2 rockets in the hands of the Mutants. They're in the lead, but it's also... We haven't covered the frag difference in 1 single time. 11 minutes in, and we're like 10 frags apart. This is crazy. It's so even yet again, and it might become a Mutant win if they keep this control. They have 2 rockets at this point. They do get the quad. It's going to go down, but at least denied from the enemy.
Yeah, at this point we would be surprised if we didn't have a almost perfectly even score at the 10-minute mark.
Exactly.
3 maps in a row.
That's every game so far. Oh, there you go. Gets frags everywhere he turns right now, and he has the Ulare pack.
Oh yeah.
67 rockets. Just great stuff.
And look at his frags compared to the rest.
Yeah.
With 8 minutes to go. It's getting
Quite
Milton
insane.
in here.
Yeah. Getting sauna temperature right up in the castle of the damned. I had to think for a while what the map name actually was. There you go, pack in the middle. Pack again. And Plast sneaks in a quad steal, gets over to the yellow, gets a frag. This might be a key turning point if they actually make something of this, because there are no armors on the rockets in the team of Mutants.
Yeah, he's right on time. Let's see what he can do with it. Shazam is at Mega.
Oh my god. Yep, they're both at Mega and the yellow is safe. There you go. They're just hiding out for a bit now. 1 more rocket needed. And nobody's guarding the rocket with a rocket. There you go. Making the push. Shazam. Milton straight after. That's what you expect. And there's a pack.
Yeah.
For the cool dudes to pick up. Great teamwork there by Plast and his buddies. Can they bring it back 20 frags? And establish control and bring us to a map 5.
Yeah.
Last with another pack. Ooh, crazy low on HP at this point.
And look at that move by TCO. That's tens of thousands of hours on E1 M2 showing there, having no weapon, immediately running to the stair, you know, distracting the incoming rocket so that Blast can get that quad and just kill them.
Yeah, really solid teamwork.
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh, wait, what? He killed Milton. Was that a rocket? I'm not sure. I don't think so. 2 rockets, still in the hands of the cool dudes. And Plast is doing work yet again, as we saw him do on DM2. A bit stressed out by the boomsticks there. Gotta be careful.
Yeah. You really hate not getting the direct hit on the incoming aggressor with a grenade launcher at that point.
Yeah.
Those grenade launchers, they will stress you out. You have another guy spawning with SG, there's a grenade on the ground.
And look at this splash now. Over a quad with a rocket, with a yellow. Didn't lose, lost barely any HP. Doesn't need a second yellow to pick up. He can go wherever he wants and just frag away. There is 1 rocket in the other team. That's Milton and Mega. That's what he needs to worry about. All the rest is just free frags. There you go. Jump in. Oh, he's going for it. Well, they've locked away Milton now. Now what do they do?
Yeah, you just send in a buddy.
Oh, there you go. Great frag by Milton, actually making the escape, getting all the assistance that he needs. Crazy work. But the cool dudes are just 7 frags behind at this point. Wow, look at Plast here running absolutely madness over a quad. Nice. Oh, no. It doesn't die. Come on. Bring it home, Plast.
Nice job.
Oh,
everything is allowed in that situation.
Yeah, that's absolutely stunning work. 1 frag behind. Probably a rocket over at Mega. Or have they pushed away already?
No, Mega is empty.
Yeah, Milton's at quad stairs. Need to get back to the yellow on time. He's a bit late now. Won't matter. There's not a rocket alive in the mutant team now, and there you go, just past 1 frag. How did we end up in this situation with Blast now not having any rockets? And who's the other rocket? It's Splash. Where is he? Splash has 8 rockets. Where's the big fucking pack? Did Blast spend all the rockets?
No. No chance.
Maybe not. I don't know. Then it's gone. We need to find the big pack again.
And 3.5 minutes left. 3 frag difference. Yeah, Milton is waiting for that rocket. He just picked it up. If he gets stopped in his tracks now.
Yeah. Oof. The Plast show is actually impressive, but look, I mean, Milton is still at 90 frags. What? And they're losing? This is just crazy. It's an insane display of control because Milton has had a rocket for like most of the time. Ever since like the first 5 minutes chaos ended.
Yeah.
Plast gets a Mega. Makes his way over to the quad. There you go. There's a solid choice to just like leave the quad for another guy.
Yeah, and Milton has been biding his time to get the rocket into the hands of Say as well.
Yeah, oh, you're pushing way too aggressive to be in the lead there, Plast. Take it easy, man. Yeah, what are you gonna do? They're guarding yellow.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Not a perfect execution, no. Oh my god, and he... No, suicide with a pine. That's exactly what you don't need when you're tied in frags. Come on.
And it's the deciding map in a, you know.
Yeah, if they were gonna stay in it or they're out.
Yeah.
That's not the perfect scenario for that. They're down now. 2 rockets against 0. Mutants and Milton. They do have more of the control. Splash finds a rocket, however. Probably won't go for this quad, though. Oh my god, look at the frags raining in on Milton. plenty of rockets in the tank. Easy kill on the splash ship.
Milton reached 100.
Oh, yeah. They shouldn't have pushed for that yellow. Or maybe just jumped down in the water and found another angle. You can't go 2 rockets from the same angle. That's going to be a slaughter.
Yeah, and you saw that, you know, the opposite play done by the Mutants, where I don't know if it was blast, but Cool had decent control. I think it was 2-2 in rockets and quad, and Milton and was it Shazam? They just waited out the whole thing in Mega with rockets.
Yeah.
Not pushing. They knew it wasn't
Blast.
worth it.
Getting trades, however. Gosciu with a rocket now. And there's 1 rocket on Primordium, but he falls. So there you go. 2 rockets now in the hands of Cool Dudes again. Can this turn around again in the last 40 seconds? Is it possible? 10 frags.
11 frags.
Don't. 1 isn't rocket. You gotta go there. You gotta go rocket now. You hear them in the water.
It's way too long.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No. No, Milton got a rocket. A rocket. You gotta do the play. You gotta do the move. There's 1 guy. 1 more. 10 frags still. They can't make it.
No, you can't do it.
Oh my god, no. Looking at all the wrong places. Gosciu had such a great opportunity. Oh,
yeah.
Man, that is close. That is absolutely crazy. The trades. Plast came in from behind, took over the quad area, left a pack, didn't matter. Teammates spawned it. Didn't matter anyway. They had 10 frags for 40 seconds to chase down, and they couldn't do it with 2 rockets. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. But with that, we have the winners and the champions of the Draft Masters 2. Summer of 2025. I think you can't say anything but well deserved. We were perhaps.
I would agree.
Well, I was hoping for a 5-game series. My heart is always looking for that. But given the quality of the games we got to see, of those 4 maps we got to see, I shouldn't be greedy here. And you know, looking at the stats, Plast came in again with one of the highest quad runs. Had the highest boomstick efficiency as well. I must say I'm really impressed, and you know, perhaps more than anything else, really looking forward to see what we will see, you know, more of Plast in the future.
Yeah, that was a crazy display.
Indeed.
Well, it was, as Bjarke says in the chat, we did have a E1M2 decider. It was decided on E1M2, so.
Yeah, not in the conventional way, but that was the case. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Peppe, how sad are you that we didn't get to see Phantom Base?
I'm very sad. It's a 9. I mean, considering the great games we had, and maybe not a 9, that's too harsh. I'll give it a 6. Because the games we had were so good. I think the only thing that could have made it even more interesting was if they snagged it in the end, and then we have a just as even Phantom Base. It was so good. Good to see. Good show. Well played by everyone. Shout out to Plast for actually just ripping through, like owning the auto track for a long fucking time. And really making some impressive plays. Shout out to Say for that impressive steal on the quad on Schloss, really turning that around for them. Very well played. And man, those were some intense games.
Yeah, and you could see the hunger for some kind of a redemption, both with Say and Milton from the EQL finals. Obviously, this is not the same, but it is a great way to end the season, let's say, by coming out as winners of the draft tournament after that EQL final loss versus Slackers that we saw a month ago. Really exciting games.
I mean, everyone has now earned themselves a grand summer vacation. I guess see you all back in late summer, early fall. What's going on? We got EQL starting up in September, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would love for Horatio to. I guess he's writing something on Discord in this very moment, so hopefully we'll get that straightened out before we close shop here, as that is the most important thing to know for the rest of the year.
Thanks to everyone who showed up for the stream and for who played. It's been really, really fun. I'm super stoked to see the community well and active. Very nice. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, same here, and special shout out to Ande for letting me borrow the Sudden Death TV client. Still needs some work on my end, so thanks for the patience with all the spamming in chat with the scores. We're gonna get an overlay to fix that during summer. Thanks to KR/Sluskem from Magi's Foundation for the music, and of course, obviously, to the players who provided such a great show for everyone, and to the admins for all the hard work that they put in so that we can enjoy this together. And thanks to you, Pep, also for being such a fun and exciting colleague or partner in crime in the way that you do excellent play-by-play. And you're also, you're decent to be around as well. It helps. So, yeah.
Thanks, man. It's really fun. I do what I can. Love the community. I hope you all have a great summer, and especially you, Zero. I hope we get some time to meet up during this summer and enjoy the weather and a couple of cold beers.
You bet we will, man. You bet we will. Take good care, and